Well, hello and welcome back, and thanks for coming back. Here we are in gridlock, and I am looking for a pedestrian, but the pedestrians seem to be going the wrong way. They've been to the old town and now they're rolling back down, so we can't race them, can we? But you never know, someone might pop out of these shops and we might get a bit of a race up this hill. This hill takes us up to the area known as Kennedy Square, which is at the very, very top of the old town. After that, you would start to wiggle and waggle into Midtown Paphos, if you're curious to know. This road has had a bit of big diggering. It was closed all last year, to be honest, as they put in some new sewage pipes and other infrastructure projects were commenced. And they haven't actually finished the pavements, as you may have noticed, although they are not too bad to walk on. There's a clever guy, there's got a motorbike. We should get one of those, shouldn't we? And we wouldn't be stuck in the gridlock traffic. But as you can see, all the pedestrians are going the wrong way. They're all going downhill. Anyway, this is the little channel known as Marika and Me, and we thank you for coming to watch us now and again. And if you watch the Mr. Paul's Breakfast Club, slowly but surely, you will start to learn your way in and around Paphos, and you'll get to understand some of the landmarks and some of the slang names that the locals and us expats give to the roads. So this is the road that takes you from the Paphos Mall up to the top of Kennedy Square, or up to the old town, shall we say. And the face of this street, well, over the last 3 to 4 years has changed dramatically. Obviously, during the pandemic, the world started to change, and I think the world understood it had to change anyway. So there's, on my left hand side, there used to be a big night shop, that's what it was, but there was no parking. So why would you open that shop in a hot country when people don't want to walk up and down hills? I mean, they don't mind walking down the hill, but they don't want to walk up the hill, if you understand what I'm saying. So that now has become one of these party planning office places where someone has taken over the building and then split it up and is renting it out on a, what's the word, pay by the day, if you want, for an office, if you understand. So you don't need a big office if you're a YouTuber, or if you've got a small online business. You can go in there and use their facilities for a day, for a month, for a year. Here on the left hand side, you may have noticed that it was shops, but now it's been all refurbed and knocked about and turned into townhouses and apartments. And this first one here is the actual office if you want to rent one of these townhouses and the apartments above on a short-term basis, obviously, if you come into Paphos for your holidays. On the other side of the road, some of the shops are still open and some of the shops have closed down. So the face of Paphos is changing drastically, as it is in most towns around the world, and we all understand that. The pandemic caused massive changes, but of course those changes were going to come anyway. Now there's something going on here. I have got a clue what it is. I think it may just be a birthday party or something, because of course I do not read the Greeking, but there's quite a few people. There's face painting going on. There's something going on anyway, and there's lots of littlies around, appear to be having a very, very good time indeed. So this is Kennedy Square, by the way, to the left, and as you can see, most afternoons something goes on, and certainly at night time the cafes and the restaurants are very, very busy indeed, with locals, expats and tourists alike. And if you're looking for somewhere to park a car, literally behind those trees there is a rather large municipality car park, but I think you need to use the smart app. So if you're coming from abroad, you need to go to the pay meter, have access to the internet, download that app, and then you will have to electronically pay for your parking. And make sure you do pay, because there are little gumbarus, that's friends, driving around on little scooters, and they're looking for, well, not just you and me, but anybody who has not paid the parking, and they'll give you a fine of 30 euros on the spot. And again, talking about parking, but I don't think anybody should park in a disabled space unless you have got the disabled sticker on your car, obviously. But if you do, again, you're going to get a 300 euro fine. So don't make that mistake. Don't destroy your day. Don't destroy your holiday. So as you can see, there's something going on, and it's to do with the littlies. As we can see, these ones have been and gone. They're going home now. It's got a bit of a flag or something it is, and this is the municipality area. And just over here on the right hand side now is where the Gumbara #1, that's Vadonis the mayor, my friend by the way, he's a good guy. He likes to park his black Mercedes when he pops into the office. In fact, this could be him coming down now. Let's have a check of his plate. No, it's not him. It's a lookalike. There we are. But he likes to park his car there on the WL lines, on the chevrons, across to a busy school, just down from the busy traffic lights, because he just doesn't know how to work that smart app. It's very, very simple. Or he doesn't want to pay. There we are. But you have to understand, he's in and out of his office all the time, and he actually has a driver as well. So when the car's parked there, normally there's a driver sitting in it with the aircon running, waiting for Donis to come back. And he is a good man. People have, you know, said some good things and some bad things about the mayor. The mayor of Paphos is a good man who works very, very hard. You'll often find his car there at 6:30 in the morning, and he works quite long hours. And if you ever try to call him, he always says, "I'll call you back," and he always does, because he's a very, very busy man indeed. And he's the man that is transforming Paphos and going to take Paphos kicking and screaming, and then chilled and relaxed into the 21st century. That's for sure. If you're looking for a nice coffee and you're on this road, well, you get some insurance in there, the Atlantic Insurance first, obviously for your car or your house or your boat. But if you want a nice coffee, that's Coffee Lab. There's parking around the back of it as well. If you want to steal some money, well, you've got the Eurobank there. You can pop in there, perhaps with a balaclava and a shotgun. They're normally quite generous. They'll chuck you 50,000 or so. Alpha Bank, again, quite generous. They're not quite as rich though, so you might get about 30 out of them. Anyway, downtown Paphos on a truly, truly spectacular day indeed. Some more focal points or landmarks on this street as we go through these traffic lights. We're going to have to stop, as you can see, Miss Andrea, because, well, they were on red. Now they're going to green, so we get to go. But coming up just further down, some landmarks, should we say. You've got the main Mercedes dealership coming up on the left-hand side. So if you've got a lot of money, that's where you might want to pop in. If you haven't, I wouldn't go in, because you'll get very, very upset indeed. They chuck you out unless you've got at least 100,000. Coming up anyway, down here is the fire station coming up on my right-hand side now. So if you've got a fire in your house, those are the guys to call. And don't upset them though. You know, don't call them around lunchtime. I wouldn't do that if I was you, because they're not coming. They've got frappes and pork kebabs to eat, and then the healthy ones like to eat chicken. But anyway, and then the police station is hidden behind them. So if you insult them, the police come round, and in fact they're following me now. Right, we've come into the former Debenhams roundabout. That's where we're coming to. Why is it the former Debenhams roundabout? Because Debenhams closed a while ago. ERA, or whatever it's called, opened. Not IRA, ERA. That opened, and now that's closed down. Next is still there on the end at the moment, but they're going to knock that building down and they're going to turn it into a multi-storey skyscraper. The rumour is 27 stories. Now I understand, if you're from downtown New York, that's not a skyscraper. Is it, Miss Yvonne? No. But for Paphos standards, it is a skyscraper. And where, what's going on? What is going on? Miss Andrea, I thought about booting it, and then I thought, no, I better stop, because you never know. That police car is still behind me. In fact, it's just stuck itself. Oh, it's Sergeant Stavros. There we are. He's checking my plates and running me. There we go. In the minute, he'll be jumping out and beating me. So, we're headed up the main road from the former Debenhams roundabout, and we're heading up towards the main roundabout of Limassol. And that's where this video is going to end. So slowly but surely, like I say, if you watch me, you are going to understand, you know, pretty much where you are. I'm a bit of an idiot, I understand that, but I do always know exactly where I am at all times. Even though I might say I don't, I do. I have carved up Paphos for the last 15 years. And I'm not trying to boast, I'm not trying to be big-headed, but I know Paphos better than anybody else. Even Sergeant Stavros, who's behind me in his police car, if I want to, well, duck and dodge him, I could, and he wouldn't have a clue where the hell I was going. I can promise you that. So, if you want to learn your way around Paphos, don't forget to keep coming back now and again, and drop us a comment, and if you tickle me enough, I'll go and chuck you on the breakfast crew. That is for sure. Dame Anne, big shout out to you. She's off the crew at the moment because she's actually partying in downtown Paphos. Lady so sweet Caroline. It sounds so much better than Queen. It really, really does. Lord Nigel Big Guns. It sounds so much better than King. It really, really does. As for those couple of pains, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I really, really don't know. And well, Dame Anne is chilled at the moment. And they're begging with her and pleading with her and calling her the merciful, but I actually understand that she is the merciless. And when she gets on that big bird and flies back to the UK, I think that she's going to phone her man with a black jeep, and I think she's going to mosey on down to Cardiff with a guillotine. That's for sure. Big shout out to the boys. Lord Jeremy and Lord Simon. Big shout out to some of the superstars who are going to party in Paphos very soon, to be honest. And well, it's not that far away, September, is it? If your name is Baron John and you've got a beautiful wife and her name is Baroness Louise, who likes a bit of cheese, well, you'll be coming to town very, very soon. Our Fern and Harry the Keeper, they were in Crete the other week. Now they're back in sunny Lancaster and back to normality. But again, they'll be coming back to Paphos very, very soon. This is the traffic lights, which just happened to be on red, Miss Andrea. What's going on in the world? Anyway, how is Mr. Mart's peacock? We're wondering. What did he just say? Yep, you heard what I just said. Anyway, this is the Limassol roundabout. So if you do like what you see, why not hit that like, click the subscribe, and please come back for a little bit more of our madness. And if you want to keep us afloat, why not click through to our about page and consider to buy us a coffee or two, or perhaps even join us on a monthly basis as a superstar member. Thanks for watching, and of course we will see you again very, very soon. Gridlock in downtown Paphos. Dizzy Blonde, what is going on? Come on, come on. There we are. Limassol roundabout on a beautiful, beautiful day. If you're curious to know what time of year it is, it's the middle of May and the temperature is 25 degrees, although it's a little bit hazy, that's for sure. And don't forget the weather girl, Miss Dawn, and her husband, Mr. Sean, are back from Kos today. So they will be presenting the weather again very, very soon indeed. Thanks for watching. I tell you, these roads, oh my goodness, absolutely awful. Potholes absolutely everywhere. What do you think, Mr. Paul, all the way from Bristol? He's complaining about me, complaining about the roads. Are the roads good in Bristol? I don't think so. They're even worse. The Sherlock Holmes in downtown Paphos. Oh, one big shout out to my superstar, and she's a lawyer, and she's the greatest lawyer in the world, and her name is Anne, my superstar. Anna Superstar, yes. And we wish you a great weekend, Mr. Thomas, Mr. Bart. Don't forget to look after her, because she's a star. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.